Well, you probably can see what we're going to do today. We're going to put the Indianapolis 500 Festival graphic here on the door. We've already done the pinstripes, front and back, and I'll come back and talk about that because there is some specific information I want to pass along about that I think would be important to you if you want to get it right. Let me say we don't have the final word on what is exactly correct. Now, we did research on the web. We found a lot of things that we knew were incorrect, and we're using it as our guidelines. Factory photos, you see, these are all the factory photos that we could find, including an actual festival photo of the car at the festival, some of Chevrolet's original advertisements showing the car, how it was striped, and another one here that was a marketing photo. They're all good reference points so we can figure out as accurately as possible exactly where this sticker goes. And so that's our goal. We went to the factory manual. If you're a 69 Camaro buff, you probably have this assembly manual. And we went to page D96. And unfortunately, that page does talk about the stripes, the Pace Car stripes, and gives the exact dimensions for that. So that was definitely helpful. We feel real good about that. And I think we'll get it pretty close here. We've never applied this exact decal before. We've done a lot of decals, but this is the first time we've done an Indianapolis 500 Festival door decal. A lot of people do the car without the door decal. I like it both ways. The good news is, if you don't like it, you can peel it right back off. But before we get started, let me mention real quickly that the proper treatment for the fender stripe is stopping at the end of the fender and not going into the door. You'll see a lot of folks that go into the door, it's a complete stripe, and they put the graphic over that. That's not correct. This is the correct treatment, so that's what we're doing. And let me also mention that before you get started, or the first step when you get started, is to use the DX330. And what this does, this is a PPG product. It removes all wax and oils or silicone or anything that might be on that door so that you can get a proper adhesion. We use microfiber towels to apply that, and that's the first step. So let's get going. Well, I want to point out something that we learned in this process that might be helpful to you. These decals, and by the way, my understanding is there's only one manufacturer, so if you purchase this decal, you'll get the same one we're using today. They come in a large square, as you see here. This large square does not fit without interference here at the door handle and the mirror. So to make it a lot easier to work with, what we've done is we've cut out a square here so that we can clear both the door handle and the keyhole and the mirror, and that allows us to position more accurately where we're trying to position. Two of the key locations were where the keyhole lines up with the lettering, the large lettering here, specifically the R, and Camaro, how it lined up with the door handle in the factory photos. So that's sort of a key point for us that we used in setting the location of this large decal. Now we have to take the decal off, and in that process to get back exactly where we were, what we've done is we've put some little ID markers using tape, and we've put some tape right slightly under the decal, and we've drawn lines through the decal, this top portion, and onto the tape. Now when we take this large decal off, we'll still have these little ID markers, these portions of tape that have these little lines in them, and we'll go and we'll reline our decal, the lines on our decal with the lines on that tape, and we'll be back in the same position, which is the only way we'd ever get back to that same position. So that's the process. We think it's going to work, and let's go ahead and try it.